Hey Aquarius! Welcome back to the Guiding Chariot and welcome to your Taurus season reading. I hope you guys are all doing well. House rules out of the way. This will be a general reading for all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. My only ask is that you take the messages as they resonate. Something pops up, doesn't make sense, doesn't fit your situation, leave it on the table. It just wasn't for you, and take the rest. I am adding one thing this round, my lovely Aquas, because we're in Taurus season. Because this reading is focused on what's coming to you during Taurus season. I am recommending everyone check out the Taurus video. That message was actually honestly really open, and I think we all get a dose of Taurus energy right now. So if not that whole message, I think there will be bits and pieces of that message that will resonate with you. So if you feel like you want to check that out, I encourage you to do so. With that said, let's get into your super high. Let's get into your reading. Ooh. Alright, my lovelies, so you have the Sacral Chakra. I am using the new Awakening Vortex Mandala Oracle from my friend Sanateu Golden Ray. If you want to check out her stuff, if you want to check out these decks for yourself, her Instagram will be down below. But the Sacral Chakra has to do with, yes, we'll just call it like I see it. It does have to do with pleasure, sexual energy for sure, but that's also a lot of creative energy as well, right? What are we giving birth to? And I feel like with your Sacral Chakra being highlighted right now, there's going to be a big focus on what it is you are creating, right? Whether you are in some type of, creative field, if you're an artist or you make something, really be aware of what you are putting out and about the need for it to exist, okay? Because I do think the creative energy in you right now is very strong. Again, for some of you, that creative energy can be manifesting through, physical desires. There's nothing wrong with that. So you may be getting an extra flow of that coming your way during Taurus season. Not a bad thing at all. But I feel like this card is coming up because there is a big activation coming to your Sacral Chakra. It's not like it's out of balance or needs to be, harnessed in any way, but it feels like maybe it's been a little low, right? Maybe you haven't felt so inspired, you haven't been feeling super passionate. It just feels like maybe we've been in a low point, but during this season, Taurus season really revives that energy and it's flowing a lot better now. So that is actually really positive to see. But again, for most of you, I think there's a big focus on the creative aspect, right? And again, connecting to your passions, your desires, what inspires you, what motivates you, what drives you and thrills you and makes you kind of feel, essentially feel alive, right? I almost have this really somber energy starting off this reading, so I think it's just kind of piggybacking on that energy. If maybe we felt a little lackluster recently, which happens to us all. We all made it through 2020. Lord knows that was a huge redirector. So I think a lot of you, this is really about finding new direction or finding new passion or finding connection to your passions again. And then here you have Dolphin Spirit. This and that are true. So dolphin energy, I always think as super playful. Here, I feel like you guys need to see that a little longer. I don't know why, but enjoy it. But I always feel like dolphin energy is super playful. It is about having fun, right? So maybe not as sensual as the Sacral Chakra would suggest, but one that is in enjoyment and, likes thrills and likes play and just wants to have fun and be in the moment, right? I think with this message of this and that are true, there really isn't anything wrong, right? There isn't anything wrong with where you are now, the direction you were heading in, the change and shift in direction and where you plan to go next. There's really no wrong decision for you right now, as long as it is, again, connected to that source of pleasure, to that divine inspiration, right? Just because it's, it might just be a radical change. It truly just might be a 180 and you're like, oh, am I allowed to do that? Should I do that? Can I do that? not that you're necessarily worried about what people will say about it, but right, there's still that, you know, I want to make sure I'm doing the best, right? And it really isn't about that. You could do whatever it is, but it's like, again, it's connecting to that pleasure center, Aquas. So I feel like maybe we're coming out of a time where we've been really stressed, really worried. Maybe there's just been a lot of fluctuation going on, and we just could it stop? Could it just stop? Like, could we just, someone just point in the direction and I'll just go there. Like, can we just simplify all of this? That may be what really has been, no, we're not taking you. That one card was like just poking out and getting in the way, and I was like, what, come out. If you're supposed to come out, come out. I was like, no, I just want to annoy you. I don't know, maybe there's been that thing, something in your family, something at work, just nagging. Oh, what's that? Four of Wands popping up in the reverse, or flipping over. Which is funny, because you're all upright. So how did you flip in the reverse? That's fun. All right. One thing I will say, so this particular deck, if you can kind of see, the Revelation Tarot, they kind of have an image for the upright, and then you can see it's kind of, there's another image in the reverse, right? So it kind of portrays the different meanings. The Four of Wands is one of the cards that really, it doesn't kind of make a difference, whether it's right side up or upside down. That portal is open for you. Capricorns, actually, also have this card. I think with this coming in reverse, as much as you have access to this, the potential is there, the growth is there, the opportunities are there, there's something that feels disconnected, right? And again, you think of law of attraction as we manifest, it has to come from a source of joy, positivity, you know, expect miracles, expect the best, have fun with it, go after what you enjoy, right? And I think that disconnect with your sacral chakra is what's kind of clogging this portal, right? Because like I said, it's, no matter what, it's open. Either way you hold this card, that portal is open to you. So you have access to it. And if you feel like, well, then how come I don't have the thing? Or where's the, I've been working on the thing, why do I feel this way, right? Again, check in with this pleasure center. Is what you have been manifesting, is it something you're truly inspired by? Is it something you really want? Or is it just, this is the pattern I've been in, you know, I need to make money, I have this job, so I want to progress in this job. But is this the job you want, or is it the job you have, right? Or is this the partner you want, or is this the partner you have, right? It's really about checking. You have a big season of checking in. And honestly, Taurus season is a great time for that, because, you know, Taurian energy is about luxury and comforts and in a way passions. It's a lot about what we value, right? So this is kind of the best season for you to be doing this checkup. It may be a little harder with this Scorpio full moon coming up tomorrow. I'm filming this on Sunday, so it's happening tomorrow. That may make it a little difficult, a little tricky for you. Tricky in the sense, not that you won't be able to find it, because if anyone's going to find it, Scorpio can. But it may not necessarily be the easiest pill to swallow for whatever adjustments that need to be made. We also have the Ten of Wands, so yes, carrying burdens, feeling restricted, feeling weighed down, things just feeling heavy and bleh, right? We just don't want to. I don't want to. And again, a lot of what's happening is the need to shake a lot of this off, right? And push back. Serve yourself. And then we have the Magician, but the Magician here is in the reverse. So again, it's this element of we're tricking ourselves, or we're wondering why it's not working, right? You can even see in the picture. I'll hold it up. Hopefully we're focusing. Are we focusing? I don't know. Please focus. Can't tell what the camera's doing. But you kind of see he's like looking in his potion, like, are you doing the thing? What did you do? That's not what I was expecting. You have all the tools. We're just not using them appropriately. They're not working in our favor. Oh, don't you even. Hold on. Gotcha. Yes, see? Ten of Cups showing up. Aqua's beautiful, beautiful energy. Ten of Cups is that happily ever after. It's that full manifestation. It's that, you know, perfect partner, dream job, perfect home life, happiness, contentment, right? It's the full shabam. That is what we want. That's what we've been creating. That's the harmony we've been working towards. But what's blocking is this energy of trying to rush it, trying to force it. Even with the with the Page of Swords. And if you've gotten this card in a reading before, you know I always talk about Aquarius when I get the Page of Swords, because it's very Uranian in energy, and it's very, how can I make this better? How can I solve this? How can I reinvent the wheel to make it better, more efficient? But you can see in this card, the knife is pointing at her, right? Or him, whoever it is. But, again, it's like all the tools are being used against you instead of for you. They're pointed at you versus at the obstacle. That is a huge part of the problem right now. But again, it's not something we can't solve. It's not something we can't move beyond. Aquas, as we look at this, I just feel like this moon for you really going to shift things, really going to redirect. Honestly, it might be a little rough. I'm not gonna lie, it might be a little rough. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, not feeling in our power, right? Maybe not feeling confident, might be a little insecure, might even be a little more aloof than normal, right? Kind of lost, kind of wandering. Honestly, I feel like this season is going to change that, because there's a lot going for you at the same time, right? It just feels misused or connected to the wrong thing. It's like you have all of these, but you've connected them into this thing that doesn't serve you, this thing that stresses you out, this thing that like lays it on really heavy and really thick. And instead, you could literally take all of those resources, your intelligence, your capability, your skill set, whatever it is, and channel it into something else, something that serves you, something that fuels you and inspires you. Yep. Ace of Wands in reverse. So again, the passion, the motivation, but it's coming up in the reverse. We're slightly disconnected, or we're following the wrong dream, right? Because you know me, I never really read aces as reverse, because they're such a pure energy. It's such a pure intention. But when it's reverse, we're either delaying something or we're fighting against something. There's a resistance there. But it's still there. It's still yours, because it literally is just pure intention and motivation and desire. This honestly, I want you to have fun this season. And when I say have fun, it doesn't mean just play and goof off and like sit at the beach all month. It really means follow your heart, follow your desires. Don't necessarily do the things because you think someone wants you to, or you think that's what others are going to say you should be doing, or you feel like that's in alignment with certain expectations. If doing the thing, if something pops up and you're like, oh, gross, that's not the thing you're supposed to be doing, right? Doesn't mean everything's going to be easy, because we all have those moments where like, oh God, I have to go to work today. I just don't want to work today. That's different, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, I wouldn't mind a breather, but like I know this is the right thing to do, so I'm going to do it, right? There's still passion there, there's still motivation there, right? So it's not that you're not going to have those days, and I'm not telling you to call in sick when those days happen. But it's like, if literally that job is like, oh, I hate it, I don't even want to get out of bed, like it just sucks being there, I have nothing to enjoy there. Why are you doing it, Aqua? Like, that's not the thing, because literally the dream is open to you, right? You can be doing this thing, whatever it is, whether it's work or personal connections, or just living a life. There's just this energy where we are just following the wrong direction. Actually, the whole time I've been saying this, bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands, someone who follows their instincts and their passions, right? I feel like there's a big redirect coming to you this season, I shouldn't say this month because we're going from April to May, but this season really is about really connecting you back to your passions and your desires. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something different. I don't want you thinking like, oh, that means I got to give up my job. What are you talking about? It's not about that. It's finding the passion in it again, right? So some of you, it may be about finding something new and different. Some of you, it's just about how do I reconnect and find the joy again, right? It just got burdened by all these extra weights and extra responsibilities. How do I get back to that source of fun and play? Ooh. Yours so far, Aquas, and it's a good reading, right? Because it really is about a solid direction, or redirection, I should say. But it does feel kind of heavy. Like I feel like this Ten of Wands, there's a lot of worry on your back. There's a lot of mental stress and mental fatigue on you. That is excess. It is, I mean, for sure it's burdensome, but it does feel like it is extra. It doesn't need to be there. If you're feeling all of that, that's because it's like there's no, you don't get anything from it, right? It just feels like it's just taxing. It's, you know, when they talk about like having to go, I can't think of the phrase, but it's kind of, I was thinking of another one, but it's kind of like if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, right? It's a difference between, you know, having work you're passionate about or just having a job, right? It's kind of that vibe. And I keep using work because it's kind of the easiest go-to to explain this vibe. But again, this could easily apply to a relationship, right? If it feels like it brings more stress than it does enjoyment, you know, or pleasure, right? We talked about that Sacral Chakra center in there. This is really a season where we are checking our alignment. Right? Is this really fit? Am I trying to make something work that is never going to work? Am I trying to fit the round peg in the square hole? Okay? So something to definitely consider. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. As always, Aquas, I'm sending you a bunch of love. Take care. I am wishing you the best. As always, I'd super appreciate it if you could hit that like button if you enjoyed this reading. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it resonated down below. Also make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell hit to be notified when the next round of readings pop up. I do kind of want to do one for the full moon. I'll probably try and film it tomorrow morning. The moon doesn't peak till later tomorrow, so it'll probably be, if not end of tomorrow, early Tuesday, what's the next day? Yeah. So stay tuned for that. But this season, really, really focus on where your heart lies, and when you're making your decisions, where is that choice coming from? All right, my loves, take care. I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.